Hi, and welcome to our program. Today we are visiting Museum Overtachi and its new premises. So follow me for a tour around the special exhibition, Body Ideals, Oppression and Liberation. And this is the positive.
Yeah, this is
part.
the other part of our interactive bit, and I'm so happy to see that there's that many inputs on it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we've had some schools here to view it. Becomes evident in some of the drawings, but our thought was just that if you had something affirming, as a thought for yourself, something you would want to be told, something you would want others to think about, whatever it may be, just a positive thought that you wanted others to be a part of or think of or give to them, or just that you need to tell yourself, really. You could write it down or draw something, so that's kind of the output of whatever positive we want to see. Like, I started off as one of the first saying my worth is not in how I look, but in who I choose to be, which is something I wish I'd been told from a very early age. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just great to see this many, like the funny things, and the love my big nose, calories are just a number, butts, boobs, everything. It's just great to see how people contribute to the positivity that's there.
Yes, it's heartwarming.
Yeah, it makes you really happy in a sense that, because they're not just communicating to themselves, they're communicating to everyone else who gets to see it. Mm-hmm. And our entire thought was to fill it out as much as possible for everyone who wanted to contribute. And I hope they save it, obviously, that it gets a spot in the museum, but just keep that positivity out in the open and have it there. Hang it on a wall afterwards. If they're not keeping it, I'm bringing it home.
I just noticed there's a Portuguese piece, like there's a bit in Portuguese.
This one?
Yeah. Oh my God. It says, your body shouldn't please to anyone else but you.
Oh, that's quite beautiful.
It is.
I love that.
Yeah, it's also really nice that you see some different languages here.
Yeah, because some people choose to write in English, Danish, some sort of Arabic language.
Yes.
Sadly, I don't know which ones, and some use art. It's just different ways of communicating.
This is a really nice piece,
actually. I just noticed that today as well. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I quite like that people put their Instagram tags there as well. Mm-hmm. That's kind of funny.
It would be funny if someone would actually connect through this.
Yeah, if people see that and like, oh, that's beautiful, I'll go check that out, because if she does art, I'd love to see it, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice.
I just think it's beautiful, and I'm really positive about how many people filled it out.
Yeah.
Even if it is those.
Well, it's a body part.
I mean, if there's a 14-year-old boy who thought that was his contribution, then he might have some insecurity there that he doesn't want to have. And if that's the start of him thinking about that, that's totally fine.
That's a nice thinking. Okay, so next one.
If we start with this one, I really love that one because it's you get both the sense of like a dead body being covered over, but she's obviously still alive and has had some surgeries. And I think it has such a tranquil beauty in it. It shows a body that's just kind of there. It doesn't have any comment. It just, like, the translation of the comment on it is just the body's being rebuilt. Because there's the scars down the body, the wee patch here. I actually didn't even notice that the first few times I saw it. I just thought it was so interesting, the use of like the texture of the piece of cloth in that.
It's a bit dark.
Yeah, he has quite a lot of pictures in the exhibition as well. I really love photography art, but it's all about different bodies, and you'll see a few of them when we walk around as well. And just showing different bodies and showing different ways of viewing bodies. And I talked to him on the opening night as well a lot about how he just wants every single body to be able to feel beautiful in its own existence, and wants to expose the world to different bodies, because we don't see much of how different people can look. We don't see the stomach scars after a biopsy or after a breast reduction surgery or bypass or that. We don't see that anywhere other than the butt of a joke, in a sense.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable topic, kind of.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, I don't want to see fat, naked bodies, that's disgusting. It's like, I don't care if you think that's disgusting. You've been told by society that that's disgusting. There's nothing disgusting about a body, ever. And he just wants to show that, and show the beauty of everyone. This one is quite interesting because she looks so much like a dead body being covered.
Definitely.
And I don't even know how to read that myself. I just think it's such an interesting piece, but I can't read it for the life of me.
Yeah. I was trying to think something. I don't know. But I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe it's like an under construction thing. Like, you know how if a building's being rebuilt, you put sort of a tarp over it. It has that weird rebuilding, so you don't show the process of it being rebuilt because that's ugly. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that before now, but you want to cover the ugly parts of being human, the scars and that, because they're signs of rebuilding.
I'm very curious about this one also.
The nipple cover.
Yes. How does this even work?
It's a piece of jewellery.
Piece of jewellery.
Yeah, in that sense that you're supposed to carry it on the outside of your body. It boggles my mind. I don't know what to think of it. But you look at it, like the top part here, and it looks like cellulite. That's the part I get.
Okay.
It really has been boggling my mind quite a lot, because it's something you would put on your body. I don't know where. Probably to cover your nipple.
Yeah.
But the cellulite bit is quite interesting as well, because cellulite is some of the things that women are taught to be the most embarrassed about, despite the fact that it's literally just the fat under your skin being shaped a certain way. I just think it's such a funny way to comment on it. And we were all like, what does it mean? Where does it go? How does it work? Kind of thing. And I think it makes you think quite a lot, but without really knowing what you're thinking about.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I just think it's quite funny.
It is. It really is.
And traditionally, a nipple cover is something that you would wear in a burlesque show or under a dress to not show that you have nipples. Which is kind of funny in that sense that, oh, we're not allowed to have nipples, but the second you have a baby, then you have to use them. There's such an inherently sexual thing, because you're not allowed to show nipples anywhere if you're a woman. But a man's nipples are fine, despite the fact that it's the same freaking nipple. They're technically able to create milk as well. There's just fat behind ours, so they're illegal. So we have to cover them, but men are allowed to walk around topless all the time.
Yeah.
There's just so much about nipples that frustrate me.
Yeah, I can see it triggers you.
Yeah. I love this one. Because first we saw the picture.
This is a brush.
Yeah. At first I was like, why did they send us a shaving commercial? I don't understand this, and it took me so long to realise that it wasn't an actual shaver.
Oh my god.
I started laughing like way too loud when I realised what it was, when I saw the real thing. I was like, that makes sense to accept a hairy body and having that funny comment, like satirical comment. I was like, you shave your legs, I brush mine.
Embrace also, like it makes...
Yeah, like you have to embrace the fact that our body hair is there for a reason. Our eyebrows are okay. They keep us from getting sweat in our eyes. Our eyelashes are fine. But if I have hairy legs during the winter because it's cold, then I'm disgusting.
Yeah.
I just think it's such a funny way to do it. And having created a product as well.
Yeah,
I just
definitely
think
very interesting.
It's such a funny satirical piece, and it's so simple in its expression, but it humours me. These ones I think are so beautiful. I don't know why, but at first when I saw them, I was like, those are visual poems, but there's no words. They just give me such a poetic sense of beauty. They're quite sexual in their images as well, but in such a childish way kind of thing. It's removing the seriousness from the sexual
like
body.
Like innocent kind of?
Yeah, it's an innocent sort of sexual view on the body, because there is, the vagina is quite obviously there, the penis as well, but there's also weird cats and the pastel colours and the weird poses. It becomes such a childish, innocent expression of a sexual body, and kind of freeing. Very much fits under like the sense of liberation. It is very much a liberating body piece. And I just think they give such a cute vibe. You want to send them as a postcard, but I don't think your grandma would love to receive one of those.
That would be funny to see.
My grandma would die. I fully think she would die.
But it's really interesting. Like I kind of want to have one in my room.
Yeah, I think they're so cute. Like you would put them on a wall, like next to each other like that. And people would be like, oh, that's cute. Who made that? And like, oh, there's a very massive vagina right in your face. But it becomes so normalized in the way it's portrayed.
Yeah, it's kind of subtle also.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't really notice it first. You have to actually look for it. Because otherwise it's just a quirky little pastel painting.
Yeah. Okay, so next one.
I think this one is so interesting as well. You're supposed to read it from up and down.
Okay.
And everyone can probably have an idea of what it looks like. But it's from the ugly, disgusting, uncomfortable, like you do not want to be near that kind of thing, and evolving to something that becomes really beautiful.
But like, it's kind of the same thing, transforming?
Yeah, it is the same thing. It's just, it becomes beautiful in the transformation. Like the title of the work is From Self-Image to Self-Worth. Like this is how you would see yourself, but this is what it's like to feel like you're worth something. It's the same thing, made beautiful, and it's about how you see yourself. Like everyone has days where they feel like this. But the goal for everyone should be to want to be like this ethereal, beautiful thing down at the bottom. Like it's such a beautiful, almost, I forgot the word, ethereal thing. Like it's just beautiful, but that came from this.
Yeah.
The same way that this can become this, in a sense. Like you can read it both ways.
Yeah, but it is really nice. It's a matter of perspective.
Yeah, that's the thing, because some people might look at this and be like, same, to be honest. And others would be like, well, that's beautiful. Why would you not just make that? Because this is part of who I am as well. That's who I either used to be or I'm trying not to be anymore. But it's, everyone has days where they view themselves as a disgusting piece of whatever that is. Yeah. Something meaty. That was a bad word. I didn't like that.
It's just funny though.
But it's quite interesting as well. And I think that one of the drawings on the thing, the man in the shower was thinking about this, which is like funny to see people react on the pieces in their positive thinking as well. But this does make you think, because you really just think it's a bit disgusting at first.
Yeah, definitely. Very weird.
But all disgusting things can be beautiful. It's all about the eye of the beholder kind of thing.
True that. Maybe we should go to the next one.
Yeah.
Scars from crying. So this is all from the same artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are part of a sketchbook that she made when she was in the psychiatric hospital.
Okay.
She did a drawing every day. You can see it has days on it as well, day 15, 36. So she drew a drawing every single day during the time that she was in the hospital with different feelings. Like this is stress, anxiety, schizophrenia, depression, bipolar. That's her different diagnoses.
Diagnosis?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like branded in a weird way, and I just think it's such a personal view into how she felt every single day. It's a view into what it's like being in a psychiatric hospital and how you're made to think of yourself. Especially this one. Like the key to getting better and to having a good life is right in front of her. Like, fully just dangled in front of her, but she has tied in front of her eyes. Like, it's such a simple message in the sense that she could just take that off, but she doesn't know that the key's there.
Maybe she doesn't even know that she has it on.
Yeah, probably. She could just feel like she's in the darkness. And when you wear that, you have absolutely no idea that the way out is right in front of you, but that's also a feeling everyone's had, like, if I could just be better. Like, it's so easy for everyone else, why is it so hard for me? Because you're still wearing, like, the mask that is being put on you and you're putting on yourself kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just a very personal look into the psyche.
Yeah.
This one is from a Norwegian artist, and I just think it's beautiful. It's kropsidealer means just the body's great. Body is great. All bodies are great, and it's like a saggy belly, big hips, saggy tits, everything as a print. And it's just very much like, here's a body, it's great. Why is it great? Because it's a body. It's just such a simple and beautiful, liberating piece, in a sense.
Definitely.
She sent us 3 different as well. There was one that was completely red and completely black. But we decided on this one because it was a collection of both. And the red, like sexual, beautiful, warm colour, and the black, the kind of shadows, gives quite a beautiful view on it.
It does. Works well.
These ones are by the same artist that had the girl being covered by that piece of fabric as well. And this really shows his want to exhibit different kind of bodies, like the super strong body, which a lot of people actually look at and think is disgusting. Like, muscular women are usually quite, like, villainized in society. Like, why would you want to be that strong? That's a man thing, you look like a man. Like, she's quite flat-chested. She probably gets called way too manly quite a lot, which can be quite hard because she's so strong.
Yeah.
She's a competition, like, bikini fitness thingy, which is a really hard business to be in, especially as a woman.
I can imagine.
And you see a strong body, and usually that would be glorified in a man, but for a woman that's viewed as gross and way too masculine and wrong, but she's quite beautiful. Like, my sister does weightlifting as well, so obviously I've been exposed to it a bit more, but that's the same kind of beautiful as all the rest of the bodies.
Yeah, it's just on its way.
Yeah, I think these are quite interesting as well, because it's the same picture, but with 2 different bodies. And I found it very funny as well that he has a model with long hair, where her hair covers most of her chest, but the fat model doesn't have her chest covered, because it's not viewed in the same kind of sexual light. Because women with fat bodies are usually not viewed as sex objects in the same way that thin women are.
Yeah.
It's quite a funny way to do it.
Yeah.
This one is very funny as well. It's called Too Little Too Much. And just, it becomes kind of satirical in the sense that you've got the way too skinny and what a lot of people would call way too fat. Think she's beautiful, but he just has a funny way of capturing the body. Like, he does I think he only does pictures of women because he wants to view, like, those are the bodies that are the most taboo and, like, least talked about kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then this one, I Wish Life Could Be Different, is about anorexia. Like, that is a very, very underweight, anorexic woman that has struggled a lot with her weight, and he wanted to show the parts, like, it's the parts of her that are most obvious, and the way he's played with the shadows, it makes it look like her arm is literally the width of your pinky kind of thing.
Yeah.
It makes her look even skinnier than she actually is. I think that's such an interesting way to do it, because it makes her look like a skeleton.
Yeah.
His pictures are quite, they tell their own story in the sense that it's just bodies, but I just think it's quite a beautiful way that he captures women's bodies and chooses to have so many different kinds of models. Yeah.
These colors are interesting also.
These ones I just think are delightful, because the first line of their own description is, all bodies are beautiful. And it's just the movement of the bodies, the poses. It looks like croquis. I don't know what that's called. Is it not just called croquis?
I don't know.
It's like when you draw naked people, like naked models and that. Life drawing, I think it's called. It just looks like pictures like that, but it's just, they just get to be bodies, they just get to be movement, and they just get to be there in beautiful, vibrant colours.
Definitely.
Just quite a simple, hooray, all bodies are beautiful kind of thing.
Yeah. That was it for today. Thank you so much for staying with us. We hope you enjoyed this program as much as we did. See you next time.
Kunne du tænke dig at lave dit eget radioprogram? Kunne du tænke dig at lave dit eget radioprogram? Kunne du tænke dig at lave dit eget radioprogram? Kunne du tænke dig at lave dit eget radioprogram? Bliv frivillig radiovært i Radiohuset Aarhus.
Ungdomsradio. Ungdomsradio. Ungdomsradio.